So now I'm going to start working on the neck for the baritone guitar. I've decided to use walnut for the neck. I've used it on a bunch of guitars. It's, in my opinion, just as good as mahogany or maple as far as strength and stability. The walnut that I'm using came from a house in Detroit that was deconstructed a couple years ago. There was a big walnut built-in shelving unit, and the people who took the house apart estimated that it was about 100 years old. So I've been using that walnut both for guitar necks and backs and sides of some instruments. I've already got it laminated together. So what I have here, I guess we will call it a 5-piece neck. There are 3 pieces of walnut, and there's a thin layer of maple between the pieces of walnut. So that's going to make my guitar neck. So the first thing I have to do, of course, is smooth off the gluing surface for the fretboard. So that's what I'm going to do next. Okay, I've got the peg head cut and planed down to just about a 1/2 inch thick. I just cleaned up some of the unnecessary rough cut wood at the ends, and now the next thing I'm going to do is cut a channel down the center of the neck for this 2-way truss rod, which will sit right there. Okay, now I'm opening up the mortise in the head block. I had done the rough cut for where it's going to go before I assembled the body of the guitar. I used my table saw to cut 2 lines into the head block, and so now I just have to clear all the wood away. The neck is going to be attached to the body with a mortise and tenon joint, because I think it's very strong. Never had one fail. I always cut the tenon a little bit big because I want to get it as tight into the mortise as I possibly can. So as you can see right now, it doesn't really even fit in there. And I will start slowly shaving it down with a chisel. The fact that this tenon falls right on the maple lines is really just a happy coincidence. I didn't plan it that way, but it definitely gives me a nice visual cue for what I'm doing, and I don't have to make as many pencil marks to figure out where my center line is, because it's these pieces of maple that are doing it for me. Pretty close. My tenon is just a little bit too long, so I have to trim that off because it goes all the way to the back of the mortise. So here it is, a nice tight fit. I can actually lift the guitar up without any glue. I mean, it obviously wouldn't hold up to string tension this way, but it's pretty firm there. So once I get the whole thing assembled and pinned into place, this thing will be just as solid as it ever will need to be. So that's the mortise and tenon joint. And once I'm done shaping the rest of the neck and get the peg head done, then I'll glue the neck onto the body.